but mate, we're bringing sexy back.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tight. Feeling a little bit nervous about this one. Making Nandji absolutely solid and ready for the future of sailing, especially across the Indian Ocean. We're expecting some pretty big seas, some strong winds. It's all in the preparation for these sorts of journey, and having a proper strong rig and replacing everything like we have, mate, we know we are good to go. The long month in the boatyard is finally coming close to the end. We had first hauled out Nandji 2 to complete 3 major jobs in preparation for the year of sailing ahead. With the gnarly Indian Ocean in front of us, we need to make sure the vessel is up for the task. Hauling out and wasting no time, we removed the mast the following day in order to replace the standing rig. Just like that, mast is off. Good job, boys. With the mast on the ground, we got an accurate pin-to-pin measurement of the wires, a rig plan then created and sent through to Hamma in Australia, where our wires were fabricated by Josh and the team at Arcus Wire.
Hi, my name's Josh, I'm from Hamma Global. Today we're here on the Gold Coast of Australia. We're taking a look at the brand new yacht rig for Nandji 2.
Whilst we waited for DHL to get our new rig to us in Thailand, it gave us time to sort the other 2 major jobs. Below the waterline was being attended by the team at Yacht Blast. Firstly, dustless blasting the bottom and revealing the true integrity of the hull. A million tiny holes were then subsequently filled and faired and the butt re-anti-fouled to keep those barnacles away. With the other major jobs underway, it gave Benita and I time to concentrate on the 3rd task, our teak deck. We scraped, sanded and vacuumed some more for weeks on end. Finally reaching a finished, stunning new deck that not only improves the appearance of our home into super yacht status, but it is a functional watertight deck. With the new rig arriving into Phuket, the final task of replacing the mast is in full swing and the end of the boatyard is in sight.
Alright, so everything's getting sorted today. They've got the furlers laid out. Everything was manufactured in the warehouse with Hamma. However, the forestay and the inner forestay need to be done here because they need to be swaged here because they're going through the furlers. But the boys are laying them all out and getting them ready, so it's a very nice feeling.
As the old rig's getting pulled apart, there is a few more secrets being revealed. One we did discover beforehand, but on the inner forestay, previously there was no turnbuckle, so it was just cut at an estimated length. And we always thought there was a bit of slop in that inner forestay, but there's no way of tightening it. So we are adding a turnbuckle this time, and we'll have to add a little bit of extra into the furler so the turnbuckle can fit. So Nandji 2's old rig had 2 different types of wire on it. There's the normal 119 strand, which is what most sailboats are covered in, and then our cap shrouds and our lowers were a different form of wire called diform. Diform, it's quite an old version because, you know, the rig's 15 years old. The diform and compact strand has changed quite a lot. So Hamma saw there was the need for the new sort of wire rather than diform, so they come up with their own compact strand, which is called Hamma Pro. Now Hamma Pro is what we're installing and replacing every wire on the mast with. Hamma Pro is lighter, it's stronger, and it has less stretch than any other cable on the market. From 119 wire to compact strand, there's generally 30% stronger in the compact strand. So the Hamma Pro, once again, it's stronger, it's lighter, and there's less stretch than any other diform or compact strand wire on the market. So we are totally upgrading and bulking out this rig in all sorts of ways. Oh, it's a nice feeling to see nice new wires on the mast. We've changed the setup a little bit here on the lower spreaders because our intermediates run between the 2 spreaders. Previously on OG Nandji, the intermediates ran from that 2nd spreader down to the deck, but on Nandji 2, the intermediates only run between the 2 spreaders, and then the cap shrouds are joined at the base spreader as well. But previously they had this sort of quite a contraption going on here, so we've sort of simplified that so the toggles sort of connect into each other. So we've had to manufacture up a bit of a bespoke pin here, but otherwise, oh, it's so good to see the new rig going on. Now, I know I said earlier that standing rigging ain't sexy, but mate, you're kidding me. Look at the bling on this. This is sexy as. I don't know if you're into the same stuff as what I am, but mate, have a look. Sparkling and shiny, mate. Hello, ladies. You can see on the inner furler how it's got the bearing at the base here, which sort of centralises the furler drum on top of the cable. So there's like that bearing at the base, a bearing at the top. Whereas on the forestay, there was a bearing at the base, but there wasn't one at the top. So that just means the furler has been flapping around. The drum does sit inside the halyard wrap protector here, and so you can see that's sort of centralised there. But that's all there is, so there's no actual bearing for it to rotate on. So there's a little addition that we need to add. As I continually go over the old rig on Nandji 2, you can, just the spots that aren't visible by the eye, you know, they're hidden, because there is lots of hidden areas when it comes to rigging on your turnbuckles, on the insides, inside of the swages, which you can't see. And you can, just now that this turnbuckle is taken off, this looks like it's the lower of the shrouds. And on the inside, like, you can clean it all you want, just sort of like the surface rust that's sort of appearing. Admittedly, I didn't clean anything for quite some time because we knew we were getting a new rig, and so I hadn't cleaned it since we'd returned back to the boat from Australia. But this is an area you wouldn't be able to clean. You can't see. That's just through wear and through water and time. And look at the surface rust that's occurred here, and over time that's just going to start causing further problems like pitching and weakness in the join. So yeah, catch you later, mate. So tomorrow the mast goes back in. Just prepping up everything for where it goes onto the boat. You know, we've been dealing with the mast and the boom and everything for that side of things, but got to stick it back in the boat, hey? And because all of this here was sort of wet, the mast where it sits in, it was wedged in, and then it was just shoved full of Sikaflex. So we'll do the same sort of thing, but we need to get out all that old Sikaflex. There is a bit of corrosion on some of this aluminium, so you just got to sand it all and clean it all up. And then the inside plastic, and it's all very smooth, so I got some 40 grit to rough it all up because we don't want any water leaks to go down there. And if I'm just going to put Sikaflex in there, it needs a good solid mechanical bond, so I'm going to scratch it off. It is mast day. The mast goes back in today. I think we're ready, but the final touch, not that we're superstitious or anything, but every pirate has to put his silver treasure under the mast. Should we put the coin down under the mast?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Off you go. Good job.
Well done.
And then it's like, when it's rough, it's like, ting, ting, ting. What's that noise?
Maybe we got to stick it down.
Should we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got our one piece of 8, our silver. Arr! Arr! Alright, so there's the lifting bay underwater. And currently, like, it's pretty big moon, so we've got big tides. We're due to go in there at 1 o'clock, which is like an hour and a half from now. But by 2 o'clock, because it's big tides, they're dropping really fast. We've got to be out. So yeah, it's going to be pretty tight. Not going to lie, I'm actually feeling a little bit nervous about this one. Finished?
Yeah.
All fixed?
Yeah. How you going there, Yacht? You stressed?
Oh, I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm feeling pretty nervous, to be honest. I did a little nervous wee.
You're fluffing, aren't you?
I'm fluffing.
Why are you putting that away?
Putting the pegs away. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm sure we'll be fine. We just have to surrender and roll with it.
Yes, because what's happening is we have to move the boat to the pen and at 12:30, so that's everyone's lunchtime. So I don't know how many people. Yeah, we're not 100% sure if people are going to rock up or not.
Well, it's 12:30 now. No one's here. It is what it is, man. You know, the marina is really tight, so like we just need the dinghy to stand by to get us out because we don't have a bow thruster.
Yeah.
And so yeah, there's a little bit of wind. It work in our favour to get out, but I don't know. We've got to back into the pen again.
So hard.
You'll be right, mate.
It's going to be a tight one, I think, because they don't have much time to get the rig up, do they?
Yeah, that's the hard thing. It's just like where they've booked it, it's on the dropping tide, and so we really only have like an hour from 1 till 2, because come 2 o'clock we need to be out of that pen. So,
yeah.
like the tide's dropping, it's a big full moon, it's dropping fast.
But
so.
Apparently the rigger said it's all going to be fine.
Yeah,
so.
they said everything will be fine.
Yeah,
you
so
just gotta
it's in
roll
their
with
hands.
it, man. It's in their hands.
Yeah, we'll see how we go.
Just as long as I can get in there.
Get up. Back the booty up. Nandji too's been looking a bit strange without her mast since she's been in the water. It's been a little bit underwhelming after all the work that we've done. But now that her mast is back on, she's back to looking like that serious ocean vessel that she is. She's a beast, and it's going to feel so good being at sea, having the brand new rig and feeling confident in it out in the ocean. So this is monumental.
Whose boat is this? Are you kidding me? Man, she looks like a proper bloody sailboat these days. Nearly. Oh, mate. This is so sick. And just like that, a month in the boatyard in the marina is over and done. As soon as the boys got the mast in, we went around and tuned the rig, and in the high tide this morning we've come back out to the islands where it all began before we went into the marina. Just had to get out of the marina, you know, life is just so much better at anchor. But now that we're out here, let's go through this rig and have a proper look at it, because it is the finishing product to a boat that is pretty well complete, ready for the Indian Ocean now. By changing over the rig, this is a solid upgrade. We're feeling extremely solid. The boat is looking amazing and ready for the future of sailing, because we plan to do a lot of miles now, and with a brand new rig exactly like this, it'll allow us to do that safely. Maybe not comfortably, but definitely safely do the miles. Starting here at the lowers and the cap shrouds. This here is where originally on the boat we had that old compact strand, the diaphragm wire. So we've changed that and upgraded it to Hamma Pro. It's products like the Hamma Pro that have set the global standard, this being the #1 compact strand on the market. This is achieved by Hamma exclusively manufacturing just with COS, Korea original stainless, and then Kinsey here in Thailand for all of the products like the toggles and swages. It's all manufactured under stringent quality controls. So for example, if there's any sort of discrepancy when the product is measured and the molds are measured, they can instantly be rectified. So the products that are produced are the exact same every time that comes out. So for example, I know the unlikely event in 5 years time, I need to replace this toggle. I know that when I get a Hamma product, it's going to fit exactly the same as that, all because it's manufactured from the same place. This is the inner forestay. You can see we got this nice new bling. We extended these out and made it longer because we had to add the turnbuckle in. Previously there was no turnbuckle. Luckily the staysail was already on a short strop, so we had 200-300 mil we could play with. So by lifting this up another 200 mil, we should be all good. Now, there's a bit more going on up here with the forestay. So the forestay takes a lot of load. At the very top of the mast, we used a bulkier pin. So you see at the base here, it's a Hamma 12. We used Hamma 14 up at the top. So it's all been upgraded. And because the forestay previously was the 119 strand, by replacing it with Hamma Pro, it's lighter, it's stronger, and it has less stretch than any other compact strand on the market.
All Hamma products like the Hamma X and the Hamma Pro wires that come out of COS all come with a unique ID and a test certificate, so it certifies and you can see that you're getting the real deal and no imitations. The furler was always quite raised, that's so the anchor doesn't hit it on the way up, so we haven't changed much in that regard. We've just polished it all up and made it look nice and pretty. At the back here with the split backstay, previously this was the 119 wire, so we've upgraded that to the Hamma Pro of the same diameter. Being the fact that this was just the 119 wire and now it's upgraded to the Hamma Pro, we've jumped in strength by over that 30%, so the backstay is now a lot more bulkier. I know it's going to annoy a few people, but we did make obsolete the HF radio, so we've removed those extra fittings, which I think personally was probably going to make it stronger. So instead we have a further satellite backup communication rather than the HF radio. I know a lot of you old salts would prefer that we kept the HF, but instead we've just got a backup for our Starlink. And now you can listen to me bang on about our new rig as much as you like, but the fact that this is proven and tested is a whole nother story. So you might have heard of the famous, absolutely amazing lady called Lisa Blair.
Hi everybody, so it's day 45 at sea, and guess what? There's Cape Horn!
This lady set out from Albany and was the fastest person to solo circumnavigate unassisted around the world. Fastest person. She had a Hamma Pro rig, did her 20,000 miles, and then Arcus Wire came back and said, Lisa, can we test your wires and let's see how good our product really is? And all of those wires broke within 1 to 2% of the actual braking strain, and that's after sailing 20,000 miles. Mate, that is proven tested. That's Southern Ocean sailing. She pretty much hangs around 60 degrees south. Mate, knocked down in that weather, 8-9 meter seas. The rig loved every minute of it. So mate, us kicking along at our 10 degree, 15 degrees, we should be fine. There's a documentary series called Ice Maiden about Lisa Blair's first world record attempt, where she was actually demasted because of electrolysis 400 or 500 miles south of South Africa, deep in the Southern Ocean. The screenings for that documentary, check out the description below. The premiere is in New Zealand, and then there'll be other premieres and openings up throughout Australia. So be sure to check that out. Lisa Blair is an amazing lady. Alright, there she is, legends, Nandji 2, ready for the Indian Ocean. We've got a couple more little things to do. We're about to sail down to Langkawi to pick up the final bits of products and do the final install. We're going to put on the wind vane and a washing machine for Bonita. Yep, you heard it here first. So we've got a couple of little things left to do, but Nandji 2 is feeling amazing. Absolutely big project this last month, doing the deck, the bottom, and now finishing off with a brand new spanking shiny rig. We are game on. If you want to find out any more information about Hamma, there's a link in the description down below. Thanks for watching everyone. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and you know we are supported by you. So if you'd like to sign up to our Patreon, a couple of bucks, help us continue to upgrade this vessel, help us to provision. All your money obviously just gets invested straight back into our journey and what we're doing. So thanks very much everyone, all our frothers, good on ya. We'll see you in the next one. Let's go sailing.